Good evening. There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between sanity and stupidity, between logical and loony, and it lies between the pit of a man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of unbelievability. It is an area which we call the Frauditor Zone. In this episode, I take one of Long Island Audit's most recent videos and I give you 15 reasons why I think L.I.A. is a P.O.S.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today we're at the Department of Motor Vehicles here in Medford, New York, right here on Long Island. Oh, nothing, I'm just working on a story here. Thank you. So we just walked in here, surveillance cameras in use. So this is the dreaded Department of Motor Vehicles.
Sir?
Yeah.
I cannot make a video.
No, I'm just taking some pictures and video of the facility here, sir.
On whose behalf?
On my behalf, sir.
You can shut it down. You can't. You're not allowed to.
Why aren't I allowed to?
You are not, unless you are a customer.
What do you mean? Of course I'm a customer of the DMV.
If you
No, you are not a customer of the DMV. You are not doing any business with the DMV, and your only purpose there is to film a video for your YouTube channel to make money on it.
somebody talk to a supervisor, sir, but you're not allowed to. Until then, you're not allowed.
Can I get, you work for Allied Universal? Can I get your name?
No.
I can't get your name, sir?
No. You want to talk to a supervisor, sir?
I don't really need to talk to anybody,
so
sir.
So why are you making a video?
Well, if you identify yourself to me properly and you come at me with respect, then you start speaking with respect, then I can explain to you.
I think the security guard was being very polite and respectful, as he was just doing his job and telling you that you're not allowed to record there. You have this mentality that he's below you, and you don't like that he didn't give you his name. He doesn't have to give you his name. He's not a police officer, and he doesn't work for you, and he's not your servant. Or maybe you didn't like that he asked if you wanted to speak to a supervisor because that's something that you usually demand, and he beat you to it. Either way, you would not have explained to him what you're doing. You would have given him the same old crap that you're an independent journalist gathering content for a story. Well, the chief court administrator in Connecticut has already debunked this journalist lie, and I have never seen a single story that you've ever published.
Just because you're not yelling doesn't mean you're being uncooperative.
You are the one being uncooperative here, but you don't want to see that because in your eyes, he's your servant and you should be treated like royalty. But I guess that's why so many of your viewers watch your videos, because they would never be able to treat people the way you treat people. Half of them admire you for being so condescending and rude, while the other half laugh their butt off at you.
Sir, I'm just asking you, until you talk to a supervisor, just start making a video.
Yeah, no.
Until then, after that, you can do whatever you want.
No, this is a free country, so I can exercise my rights peacefully.
Problem with that whole thing right there with the free country thing. If you could videotape me and I don't really care about it. Right?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
If you're in a government building, government office buildings or anything like that, it's against the law to videotape unless you have the proper permits or anything else like that.
No, that's not true at all.
It is true because I've actually gotten almost locked up for doing that.
No, it's not true at all. They violated your rights, sir.
They didn't violate my rights
in the United States Constitution, the Constitution, the First Amendment.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
the First
fine.
Amendment. I'm trying to explain. I listen to you. The First Amendment grants us the right of freedom of press.
There is nowhere in the Constitution that says freedom of the press means you have the freedom to do whatever you want whenever you want. Just like freedom of speech does not mean you can run into a building and scream there's a fire when there isn't, freedom of the press does not mean you can walk into any place at any time and record whatever you want and then claim it's freedom of the press. And that's why real members of the press have rules that they have to go by. Now, if you want to be treated like the press, I think you should act like the press.
Yes,
I'm an independent journalist. Yeah.
That is understandable. All right. But if you're a journalist, you ever notice if you go into a deal with News 12 or something like that, they're outside on the curb because they know to come into a building unless you have the proper permits and the authority to do it. In other words, it's just a bullshit pass you have to go get. You get that, you're allowed in. If you don't come in with that, right, it's illegal to film, and it's for public safety. It's not because they're trying to hide it.
They have cameras all over the place. What's the difference?
We all know that, and I'm sure that even you know, the cameras are there for security purposes. They do not put the videos online, nor do they make money from it. When you say things like that, you just make yourself sound so dumb and uneducated. For your sake, if you must say dumb things like that, please use your inner voice to say it.
I know that.
No, it
It's
has
a
nothing to do with
public
public safety, sir. Really, it doesn't. There's nothing. I see you're trying to make a point, but I'm telling you that this is, I do this professionally. I'm an activist. I'm a First Amendment activist.
You're an activist?
I'm an activist and an independent journalist, and I exercise my freedom of press. And I'm telling you, I've been across this country, and there is no law that prevents you from filming inside of government buildings. I'm telling you.
I've heard a lot of
I'm telling you.
trust me, I got
Before,
thrown
I
out
mean,
for it.
you could, yeah. Then they did it. They do it. I'm not saying they look. He just came up to me, right? They do it all the time, but they can't. This is part of government transparency and accountability. Who pays for this building? We do.
First of all, you don't pay taxes, but regardless, if you do pay taxes, that does not mean you own the building. Our taxes pay for the roads and highways as well. It's only a matter of time before one of these frauditors tries to stop traffic on a busy highway with his camera, saying that he owns the street and can be there. Come on, show that you have just a tiny bit of common sense. Furthermore, if you own the building, then get in there and clean out some of those toilets and stop being such a slumlord.
Right? And you're from Long Island, like I'm from Long Island as well. We pay a lot in taxes, right? So we pay for this building. We have a right to access this building and to check up on our workers. That they work for us.
You don't just go into buildings and observe. You antagonize and argue. Then you upload the video and move on to your next victim. You never go through the proper and legal means to do anything about any employees that you feel are violating anything. A real activist would, take action. You don't believe that anything that isn't explicitly written in the Constitution applies to you, and then you even add things that aren't actually in there. The Constitution isn't a fill-in-the-blank sort of thing that you can edit to your liking, and then you even try to spread your misinformation to get viewers.
We pay the taxes. I'm not causing a disturbance. You see me in here, I'm not trying to do anything.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm not. There's no hindrance of, and there's no expectation of privacy. Yeah.
You can't be recording in the building.
Hi, ma'am. How are you? Who are you?
You cannot record in the building.
Ma'am, hi. Can I know who you are and your position here?
Supervisor.
You're a supervisor for the DMV?
I am.
And your name?
You are?
I'm asking you for your name, ma'am.
What member of the real press would ever refuse to identify? What real activist would ever refuse to identify? When you refuse to identify yourself, it only makes you seem shady and guilty of something. That's fine if you're only interested in making money on a video. But if there's any real motive of making any kind of change, you would be proud to identify yourself.
And then I'll gladly tell you who I
I'm
am.
not playing these games.
What games? Why do I have to be playing games? Yeah, go ahead. Have a good day, sir.
You can't record.
No, but nobody's playing games with you. I would ask you to calm down, take a deep breath, right? And de-escalate the situation.
I don't see anything that needs to be de-escalated. She told you that you can't record, and you are butthurt because once again, the lowly servant did not provide her name, even though you have not provided your name either. There was nothing that needed to be de-escalated, but I guess if you don't get the reaction that you want to keep the viewers, you just pretend it's there.
Last time I'm going to say, you cannot record in the building.
Why is that? Is it against the law?
It's a state building. This is state property.
State
You're
property,
not allowed
meaning
to
public
record
property.
in the building. So
why
you
would
can either
that be,
put the
ma'am?
phone away, or we can call the police.
You do whatever you need to do.
Okay.
You do whatever you need to do. So I take it that's the supervisor. Do you want to give me her? Can you give me her name, sir? Or no one wants to identify themselves here today? Well, you see that? This is exactly why we do what we do.
They're doing their jobs. They've been told that you can't record the DMV. If you feel that it is unconstitutional or whatever your feeling is today, then these are not the people that you take it up with. These people did not make the rules, nor can they change it. All you have done is argued and acted condescending and refused to stop filming when they said it's not allowed. A real activist would stop filming and take it up with the people that have authority to change the rules. You are lying to yourself and your viewers about what you do.
Because did you see this fellow citizen here get involved saying, it's illegal illegal to record inside of government buildings for public safety. Do you see how our government has brainwashed people into thinking that it's illegal to have a little bit of government transparency and accountability here? Illegal. It's ridiculous to hold your government accountable.
It's not illegal to hold the government accountable, and you know better. That's not why they don't want anyone to film. They don't want anyone to film because there is private information that is shared that is not supposed to end up online. If they let you just walk around filming whatever you want, there is no way to keep you from filming possibly private information. The "I can film whatever my eyes can see" is a lie as well. Your eyes can't zoom in, your eyes can't record, and you can't put your eyes on a selfie stick and reach over counters where you can see information that is hidden from normal view. While you may say you never do such a thing, that doesn't mean that you won't, and that you're telling the truth, and that doesn't stop another frauditor from coming in and doing it. Despite what can be seen, private information has to be shared verbally there as well. So private information can be recorded without ever seeing it.
To exercise their First Amendment right. Completely ridiculous. They can call the police all they want. They can do whatever it is that they want. Don't get me on there. Oh man, people don't understand. You have no expectation of privacy in public. What are they doing here at the DMV? They don't want a journalist to find out. That's what I want to know. See a bunch of cameras everywhere. Up here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sir, you weren't on the camera, man. You have no expectation of privacy in public, but nobody was recording you.
So you can't record. State building.
State building?
Yeah, no.
Wait. Oh, who are you?
I'm a security guard here.
And your name?
You need to know my name. Federal building, state buildings can't record, sir.
Is it federal or state?
Federal. What do you think?
You said it's federal, then you said it's state. What type of building?
Federal and state, sir.
It's a federal and state building?
No. The state law is a state law. Federal building is a federal building. This is a state building, so you can't record, sir.
Yeah, no.
Signs posted everywhere.
Can you show me the signs?
The center manager will tell you, okay?
Oh, I spoke to a supervisor already.
This is the center manager.
Yeah. Supervisor for who? Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
Can I help you with something?
No, I don't need any help.
Okay. Why are you recording?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and video. That's all.
For what?
Oh, wait, who are you?
I'm the manager.
For what?
The office.
The DMV?
Yes.
Oh,
For this DMV office, yes.
for this DMV office. Okay. Yeah, I just spoke to a supervisor. What's your name?
Why?
I just not like to know who I'm speaking to.
Okay, Miss Peterson.
Peterson? My name's Sean.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Miss Peterson.
Any reason why you're recording?
Yeah, I'm just taking some pictures.
Curious.
Yeah, no, I'm just taking some pictures and video of the facility here. That's
For
all.
what purposes do you?
Oh, Miss Peterson, I'm just working on a story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the DMV here. Apparently there's signs. I don't see any signs that say you can't record in here. There's no signs? Oh, sorry. So you lied to me? Okay. Well, that's all I'm doing. Just taking some pictures and video here, Miss Peterson.
Right.
That's all.
Sometimes people don't want to be recorded.
Well, I'm not recording any. The only people I'm recording are the people that keep coming up to me, talking to me. Yeah.
So far, he has recorded every single person at the DMV. Only a few have come up to him. Here's a random still shot from the video. None of these people went up to him, but yet they all got recorded.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, everything you just said, completely wrong and not true. Just so you know, that way you don't say it again. There's no signs, there's no law, there's no nothing. All right?
Whatever you say, buddy.
I'm just trying to educate you here.
Whatever makes you sleep well at night.
It's not going to make me sleep any better than I already do. I'm just trying to educate you. You're a supervisor, you said, so you should know you're a supervisor of security. You should know that
This is a state building.
there is no law against it and there is no signs. Again, you're wrong. You can't do that. You're in a position of power. You're a supervisor. You're supposed to be training. You're just a regular security guard then? Gotcha.
Out of all these people that he's recording as he's panning around, how many of them went up to him? You see my point?
Oh, at least everybody learned something here today, right?
No, I don't think you learned anything today. But then again, you don't seem to ever learn.
I was being cordial to you, right, man? Come on, I was.
I wasn't rude to you.
I'm not saying you were. Listen, I'm not saying you were. You were given bad information, right? Obviously, you're given bad information because she told you, I can record. So, I don't hold it against you, man. You're just trying to do your job, but that's why I do what I do, right? To help educate.
He talks down to people like he's this superhero that just saved everyone, when in fact all he did was be rude, condescending, and lie. He did not educate anyone, and he has no ability to educate anyone. All he did was show that nut jobs can have cameras, and they like to record themselves being a nut job as a career.
I don't want it, I'm not trying to cause any problems, all right? Take care. Miss Peterson did a good job de-escalating the situation, identifying herself. See what happens when you identify yourself? I tell you I'm working on a story, my name's Sean. Not a big deal, right?
He always pats himself on the back like he just accomplished this wonderful thing and made such huge changes and made the world a better place. I think they make medication for that.
Information counter. Tyrant.
He uses that word so freely, but he has no idea what a real tyrant is. If you want to look around and see the person that acted most like a tyrant in there, it would be him.
Thankfully, he's not a law enforcement officer or anything. Alright guys, so we're gonna hang out for a few more minutes just to prove the point. Not a very big office here.
He waits a few more minutes to see if anyone else will give him some content for his video. When no one else does, he leaves and finds someone in the parking lot he can be rude to, but I think we've seen more than enough at this point. And now for a Frauditor fatigue cool down. I thought I would add some beauty to remove the ugliness from our memories, so sit back and relax.